All right. Hi, networkers and cousins. We are back. Hopefully, my voice doesn't do the thing where it was like in and out. Hey, girl. Hey, Megs. Okay, so I really want to talk about um, building an ecosystem for your brand and your business, and understanding what that looks like from a funnel perspective, customer journey perspective, product business, not product business, product design, thinking about some of these things when it comes to what it looks like when you are wanting to engage your potential client and what that what each touch point really means to them and what it means for you. So, hi, my name is Jessica. I'm the founder of Femway, Females Earning Money Our Way through online businesses, brands, and remote careers. Right now, we are doing a co-create live stream. Earning together never felt so good. Yeah, because the earning agency is my creative digital media agency, and then it is also a newsletter, a live stream podcast, and the earning agency really just kind of leads into a mentorship, which is the FemX Pro mentorship, and we'll talk about that probably a little later because I have to promo myself. Anyway, so this is actually one of my past clients, GMG, Good Morning Grind, which is a talent agency, and they're based in Atlanta. So what I'm showing here is pretty much like the funnel, okay? Because the funnel that you want and that you believe your customer is going to go through, depending on where you want them to go. And that's why we talk a lot about, or I talk a lot about, branding is important, but we want to think about like the very end of, like, we want to talk about sales. We want to talk about the money. How are we getting people to the product, to the service? Yeah, we're going to have the branding aspect, which is probably more of the visual uh, with the message and stuff, but we want to focus on how do we get them from point A, which is finding us on social media, to the point Z, uh, um, buying from us, working with us, booking a call, whatever that looks like. Okay. I'm going to zoom in here. I'm zooming in. Hopefully, y'all can see this. Let me zoom in one more time. Okay. So, this is what a typical funnel looks like from brand awareness to interest, desire, loyalty, and advocacy. Typically, it is um, awareness, interest, desire, and advocacy down here. But we also want to do loyalty. I put that in there as far as like we have advocacy for people who have purchased from us once and they go and talk about us and they talk about that, right? One product or that one service that they purchased. But we want people who are like, we love advocacy. We love people who advocate for us, tell others. We want, we also want loyal repeat customers. We want people who want to come back to us, who want to continue to use our services, our mentorship, our membership. Um, but I will put this kind of like disclaimer out there. At some point, you do have to offboard and you do have to let some people go. There are going to be individuals who outgrow you, okay, who outgrow your services, who outgrow your projects and your products. And then we can see them more as like an advocate, okay? Once they've like done the things that's good enough for them, they can go to advocate, okay? So brand awareness is top funnel, means, hey, how you doing? You see my live stream. This is my brand awareness. This is my reach. These are my, you know what I'm saying? My views. Hi. Okay. So my brand awareness. If anybody sees this, they come across this and they're like, oh, who is she? What is she doing? What is she talking about? Brand awareness. And you can do brand awareness from any of your social media content, even if it's in person. I will say that I have a bit of understanding and knowledge and experience with traditional marketing, which means not digital, more like print, going door to door, some of more that like guerrilla marketing that we talk about. So, our platforms specifically that we were talking about for GMG was Twitter and Instagram. The reason that we were on Twitter and Instagram allowed for the different, broadcasting, highlighting the talent that we were working with, being able to share what they were working on. A lot of musical artists, we did work with visual artists also, um, but the plan was to make sure that Instagram was allowing for the visuals. Twitter was allowing for more of the connections, the networking, finding people who would be interested in, like maybe even someone we could hire. We were looking for VAs at the time. We were looking for graphic designers at the time. So we were also using Twitter for what most people use LinkedIn for. Okay. What content will we create to educate our audience on who, what, when, where, how, and why of our brand? So these are always the questions that you want to ask yourself. I do have a mind map. I'm gonna go find it real quick. I do have a mind map um that hold on, that shows off what I'm talking about as far as the who, what, when, where, how, and why. I just have to get to the right Canva account. I have three of them. Okay, here we go. Yep. All right, I'm gonna share my screen. Okay. Hopefully y'all can. Okay. My computer is roaring. This girl is going heavy. She don't know what she's doing. Okay, are we here? Yeah, we're here. So this is mind mapping for clarity and connections. I was talking about this super heavy when I first got on the Twitter, and I think that this is a great visual of what I was talking about, right? So the who, what, when, where, how, and why of our business. So when it could be, when was the business idea created? When did you start taking those steps? Okay, these are fairly vague questions. This is for other people to like, or you take a screenshot because I'm not giving this out. I'm just showing it to you. Okay, unless you really want it. But this is the mind map. So these questions, what are your services or products you offer? And then you break it down. Who? Who likes, dislikes, personality, work ethic of the owner, right? Because you also, and I did make one where it was specifically for the person and for like a personal brand for the owner, for them to break down the who, what, when, where, how, and why of their entrepreneurial journey, why they want to be an entrepreneur, where do they get their entrepreneurial spirit from, or the idea, why, what is the why of their, you know what I'm saying? Why did they start? Those types of things. So why was the business started? What's the mission, the personal experience? Why does the owner want to be in business? Where are you located, working from? And then all of these things. So this is the breakdown of what I was pretty much sharing. Okay, let me get out of here. Let me go back to my free form. Okay. So, right, answering those questions, because we are in the state of digital small business consumer um consumer development, where it's like, or adaptation maybe, where we want to know who are we really working with there, especially because there are a lot of us who are already small business owners. We're looking for other small business owners to collaborate and work with, partner with, promote with, those types of things. And you want to be able to explain to them, you know, what you stand for. What do you stand on? Right? 10 toes down. Why are you doing this? Is it because you just want to make money? And if that's the case, say that. Like I say that a lot. Like if you are in business just because you want to make money, which all of us do, we want to make money. Um, what in the world? Y'all, why did my screen just go away? Can y'all see my screen? I'm gonna stop screen sharing and I will come back to screen share. I don't know why it clicked off like that. I don't know if it was just me or okay, we're back. All right, so we're gonna move on. And then it goes into interest. Interest means they have followed us and engaged with us on social media. Content will focus on speaking to their pain point and how our services will help them succeed as entrepreneurs. Um, and we say entrepreneurs and we say talent, right? We were saying talent, not clients or anything like that. We're saying talent because as a creator, a musical artist, a visual artist, and I can relate and understand that presenting and thinking of ourselves as product or thinking of what we're creating, our art, our self-expression, our, you know what I'm saying, our literal like life experiences as a product is really hard. And then thinking about how we have to productize ourselves as people is really hard. Okay. And so um that's I just wanted to explain why we use talent. Um, and the pain point of these entrepreneurs pretty much they don't know how to use social media. They don't know how to present themselves as a business owner, brand owner, um, on social media to where they're taken seriously. People want to sign them and work with them, uh, put on shows and do different tours with them like schools. We had an artist that was wanting to do a school tour, so we were working on that. Anyway, now an interest means right. We go from just a stranger to a follower, from follower to engaging with us often. Also seeing them show up in live streams, seeing them show up at a workshop, seeing them like that is the interest. Right now, we're seeing that they are wanting to know what's going on. They're signing up for the newsletter, which goes into desire. Now that they've learned about us, they have an interest in us, they're seeing that we can possibly solve their problem or we have something that can solve their problem, then we go to desire. Now it's they're in the email list, right? They're in the email list. We have them we have them booking services, we have them going clicking on our landing pages. We see that they have a desire to work with us if they haven't already from just our lead magnet, right? So like interest would be lead magnets, maybe a free ebook, maybe a whatever it could be, some worksheets or a checklist or however it goes. And then desire would be like signing up for the newsletter, intentionally, buying from us multiple times. Then it goes into loyalty and then advocacy. Okay. So that is the funnel, the basics of a funnel. Um, and then it goes from down to across, which here's brand awareness, Twitter content, IG content, mentorship, marketing, management. This is the breakdown of um, them being, like interested in us. Maybe they're interested in mentorship, they're interested in marketing, or they're interested in management. And from there, we would have different touch points, checkpoints, analytics where we could say, oh, we have this person who's a lead who has wanted to work in marketing, they filled out a form, those types of things. Here, where we're talking about interest, we have promo emails, blogs, product services, events, educational and connective. We have a loyalty program and a referral program. Um, and then this is a flywheel. This is a customer flywheel, which pretty much is attract and educate. So I showed you a funnel. The flywheel works like this, instead of the funnel just going down and thinking about the individual singular, we're thinking about the individual community, right? So we're thinking about how the individual is going to affect the community from we attract and educate them, we engage them, and we delight them, right? So they're strangers here. Now they're prospects because they're engaging with us, they're buying from us. And then they're right, prospects to customers, engage, delight. Delight means that we're checking up on them often after they have already purchased from us. Okay, I have a specifically, and again, for anybody catching the live stream, this is a past client that I worked with, GMG, Good Morning Grind, a talent agency in Atlanta. Um, we were building out their marketing plan and funnel strategy, things like that. So this is the flywheel, and I'm pretty much saying that strangers are your from your brand awareness, prospect and customers are from your interest and your desire, and then delight is from your your loyalty and advocacy because now they're promoting you. They're talking about how good you are. They're talking about how they enjoyed your ebook, how they really learned this lesson from your um, webinar, from your workshop, those types of things, and they're delighted. You're checking up on them after they've already completed the thing and saying, "Hey, I want to know how you're doing. What's going on?" Okay. Oh, let me zoom out just a little bit. Okay. So this is the IG content that we started working on, breaking it down into the who, what, when, where, why, and how that we talked about before, right? Who do we serve? Who are we? Who are the brands they already follow, meaning the audience, right? The target audience. And who do they interact with online? This is the research aspect when we talk about let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I have like, you know, I have created just about almost everything I could think of when it comes to making sure that I'm okay, hold on. What were we talking about? Research, research. Um, what is the thing I wanted to look up? Oh, that workshop I did. Hold on, we're about to go to the workshop. This workshop is also for the doors are open for the workshop. I will have the workshop on the 17th, I believe. Okay, hold on. Okay. Yup. Yup. It's right here. It's right here. Okay. How to create clean content. This is the webinar. I have adapted it quite a little bit for the workshop coming up, but we're gonna go over it here. Okay. So mm, okay. Okay, what is content creation? And then we talk about content creation. Be intentional to appeal, educate, inform, entertain, the types of content. Okay, this is the part where we start asking what does my audience want to consume? What do they like to consume? This is the research part. This is where you're going to start looking up like it said, who are they following? What questions are they asking? And if whoever they're following and engaging with, do the research on that person. Go to that profile. Go see what their content looks like and their questions and their comment section, things like that. Okay, we have returned. We have returned. My child woke up, my baby was napping, and my children don't know how to stay out of the room while he's sleeping. I don't understand that, but besides the point. Okay, so this is easy to read, never stop learning, consistency. This is not the one I want. This is actually not the one I want. This is not the one I want at all. Where is my other? Don't be looking at all my stuff I be making. Don't look at everything. I got different stuff in here. Don't be looking at all the goodies. All the goodies. This is the main one. I need to do better. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. So this is the content harmony workshop. This is actually the one that I wanted to show y'all. We're talking about just to refresh the live. Here we go. Just to refresh the live. Hi, my name is Jessica Tapia. I'm the founder of Femway, Females Earning Money Our Way through online businesses, brands, and remote careers. Right now, what we're talking about on the Co-Create live stream, earning never felt so good, or earning together never felt so good. What we're talking about right now is the research aspect when it comes to knowing how to address your customer, your client, your potential, your ideal customers, whatever you want to call them, and do the research. Okay, so let's go ahead and go to research and competitive awareness. First, your offer. What are you selling? What what are you actually selling or sharing? What transformation or solution does it provide? And then let me delete that. Okay, right. So you're going to ask yourself that, and then you're going to go and find people who are selling the same thing, offering the same thing, sharing the same type of content type topics. Like you're going to go and see what they're doing. I know my people, Aaron on Demand, Latasha James. That's why I talk about them so often, is because I'm constantly looking at them and watching them. Lila Hormozy, sorry, my bad. And I hope her name is Lila. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Um, or Layla Hormozy. But I watch her and listen to her stuff on YouTube often also. So I'm looking at and I go and I look at their web pages. How are they talk? Like, what is the language that they're using? What are the graphics and the images? So I'm doing a lot of research and competitive awareness so that when I get back to, hold on, let me get back to my other. So when I get back here, ooh, to who who do we serve? Who are we? Who are the brands they already follow? Who do they interact with online? That's the research. I'm going to go and find these things out. I'm going to go and make note. You know, you want to know who you are competing with. And I know that we hate to say it that way. I know that we're not directly competing with each other. It's not as if I'm like, this is my customer here and you're trying to take my customer from me. No, it's this I'm talking to a particular type of this customer, right? So this is an EV, but I'm not talking to an EV. I'm actually talking to a Vaporeon, right? Even though they both are EVs and a Vaporeon comes from an EV, I'm talking to the Vaporeon, not talking to this. I don't know why it keeps cutting off my screen. I feel like it wants me to in my life, which I probably am going to in a minute, to be honest with you, since my baby woke up. So we're gonna run through this real quick. What do we offer? What is the pain point of our customer? What is the content they like to consume? What stage of business are they in? What kind of books, podcasts, videos do they consume? What do they spend their money on? When is our audience online? When do they go to work? When do they get off from work? Where do they spend their money? Why do they buy? Why do they want to improve their business? How do they want to improve their business? How do they want? So I'm going through all of this, right? Because This is top of funnel, the top of funnel content that is going to lead them from hold on, from just knowing you, from just being a stranger, from just a follower, right? Um, into signing up for that free ebook, signing up for that free webinar. I don't offer free I don't offer free webinars or anything anymore. The only free anything is this live stream, right? When I go live, it's free. The content I post is free. The articles I post are free. The newsletter I post is free. So there's a lot of free information. There's a lot of free, you can get it all and try and stitch it together. But when you get to right, you want to make the change, make a difference, then we start going into okay. And then so when we get to the engage, the customers, the prospects, now they're going from that free, whatever that was, into now a paid service, a paid product. I want you to move from engaging in this free information and get into a uh content vision session, a 60-minute session so we can like actually map it out. And not just that session, I have and I provide a follow-up session for us to talk again after that in 2 weeks so we can see what have you been doing, because it's one thing to one in consume the content, and then it's another thing to not just consume the content but put the plan together, and then it's another thing to just put the plan together but to actually act on it and to follow through with that. Okay, and that's what we want. That's what I want. I want you to go from YouTube Academy, piecing things together, because I did that for most of my entrepreneurial journey. I still kind of am doing things and learning things. And when I learn and for me, perfect it for how it works for me, then I'm able to share it to the next person with the next person. Okay. And then after that, right? So we've moved from sign up for the or see me on X, sign up for the earning agency newsletter, um, vote in some polls maybe in my newsletter, sign up for a or I do plan on providing free resources inside of the newsletter, right? So if they sign up, like fill out a form for some of the free resources in the newsletter, then that's another step forward. We hit them with a tag. We segment, when we get ready to do our segmentation and do another campaign, we know that that person is interested in the kit startup because they filled out a form. Now you're finally taking the step. You're taking the first step and you have decided to sign up for the content harmony workshop, which we have coming up. By the way, um, what are we doing? A sponsor, break for our sponsor. If you have a moment for our good sponsor so that you can hold on, let me get here. Let me get here. Mhm. All right, here we go. A moment from our sponsor from the Earning Agency. We have a content mastery workshop that is happening on January the 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Uh, we are going to be pretty much talking about this. We're going to be going through this. What we're talking about now with funnels and sales and marketing and content, we're going to be talking about this more in the AIDA, which is attention or awareness, interest, desire, advocacy. Those are the things that we're going to be talking about, walking our customer through those our potential clients and customers, the people that we want to work with, walking them through that funnel. So this is what it is. It is a 60-minute small group. There's only 14 spots, I believe. I think I really limited this one. There's only 14 spots, and I recently just shared this so that you can, and the oh no, I shared the membership. I mean the mentorship. Here, let me go ahead and share this so y'all can have this. I'm gonna share it attached to this live. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I have to actually go to my. Okay, here we go. I want to, and then we're gonna take boop, and go back here, and then we're going to. Oh, y'all, my stomach about to start growling. My stomach is about to start growling. Mm, I'm trying to do this. Workshop, doors, open, learn. Woo. And then with this, I believe, no, actually, I'm not even gonna say that. But yeah, so let's go back to our freeform board. No, we wanted to go to, yeah, we're gonna go back to our freeform board. So yeah, that's pretty much, this is what we're gonna be talking about in that uh content content mastery workshop. So we're gonna go through um pretty much this. We're gonna go through this. I'm going to have it set up in a way where it's more plug and play for you all. You will receive your own template so that you can work on it a little bit. I like the workshops in the sequence, in the email sequence, the automated sequence that you will be receiving after you sign up. There's going to be kind of like an icebreaker a day or two before the workshop, and the icebreaker is so that we can have something fresh on our mind. It's a little worksheet, kind of, yeah, it's a little worksheet so that you're able to fill out some of these questions and have a little bit of like these answers, because towards the end, and this is the reason that the workshop is so small, is that towards the end we're going to be let me just close this out. Okay. Yeah. Towards the end, we're just going to be answering questions. So if you have any questions for me about your own specific content sales funnel and you need help setting it up or whatever the case may be, yeah. Also, just to let y'all know, I'm in my closet. No shame to my game. I'm in my closet. I had to protect my stuff, and also this allows me a little bit more like sound insulation. So even if I talk kind of loud, it's not super loud. Um, but yeah, on some of these Live streams, I will be at my co-working office. I try and do as much at my co-working office because I'm there 4 days out of the month all day, so typically from, like, 9 or 10 in the morning till 5, so I work that entire time. I do schedule in, solo FemX Pro calls. I also do the, FemX group sessions on Wednesdays, and I may have to up depending on how much demand there is. I may have to up it to, going more often, maybe even on Fridays and Sundays. So, anyway, that's a me thing, that's a me problem, not you. Um, yeah, so I really encourage you all to just take the time, like, to be real serious with y'all. Um, the entrepreneurial life and journey is difficult. It is something that is going to take a lot of time. It, and I don't want to sugarcoat it and make it seem like, this is the lifestyle that I expected myself to live. And when I say that, I mean, I quit my job, by the way. So, like, I had a job and I quit my job. I had 2 jobs and I quit one, reduced the hours on one, and then quit that one. And I'm only able to do that because my spouse works, and makes really good money, and I'm able to, like, stay home and work on Femway and put my all of my energy, all of my blood, sweat, tears into building Femway, building the earning agency, and really working towards in real life mentorship sessions. That's where I want to go. I love virtual. I love being able to meet women across the world, across the country. Um, but I want to bring this in real life. I want to meet women, have a cup of coffee seriously because the co-work does have free coffee and tea and water. And on Wednesdays they have coffee. They have cookies, and so why not? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like that's a great incentive is cookies and coffee and a good chat about your business, right? Um, so yeah, that's what we're working towards is our IRL mentee sessions. I really am thankful for everybody who is a part of this journey. Me building Femway, females earning money our way through online businesses, brands, and remote careers. Femway has been established for 2 years now, since October of this year. Um, I forget. Tomorrow is a new year. We're still in 2025. Okay. Um, so October of this year made official 2 years of Femway, and it has been quite a change going from a product-based business to a service-based business to education slash service-based business. And but I really love to educate and I really love to be able to see the people that I'm talking to and just have these connections and like I love coffee chats. I miss doing some coffee chats. I miss like having those quick kind of like highs and buys. So now that's what we're working on. And yeah, I cannot stress this enough that I pray that my enthusiasm for myself, the enthusiasm for the women that I'm working with, that I want to inspire, that I want to work with and push towards getting out of the comfort zone. I know there are a lot of women who are not comfortable on camera, who are not comfortable speaking, who are not comfortable promoting themselves and talking about themselves. But at the end of the day, we have to get comfortable to a certain degree with the things that make us uncomfortable. I used to work at a Metro PCS kiosk in the mall, and I hated talking to people. I was like, "Why? How did I even get this job?" Right? Like, why am I even here? And so, but it was a lesson in listening to people, communicating with people, knowing um what they're dealing with, what they're struggling with, and then making those suggestions or solving the problem, right? And for me, it took a lot of time to develop. I used to hate promoting, but as you can see, now I'm doing sponsored by Femway and the earning agency. Like also I want to say this and I'm going to make sure that I am like because I want to clip this and I want to send it to everybody. I want to send this out, this energy out. One, do what you need to do in order to put yourself in the next best place, in the next best stage of your business. Do what you need to do. Okay. Um, And what I mean by that is if you need to learn, if you need to practice, if you need to find someone that can hold you accountable, if you need to, whatever that looks like for you, make the time to do it. I have 5 children. I would not be able to do what I'm doing right now if I did not have a certain type of schedule on top of people helping me. My oldest daughter right now is keeping the baby calm so that I can finish this message to you. Okay. So, one, do what you need to do. Two, the people who are promoting themselves, the people who are constantly putting not just their name, but their mission, their purpose, their message, the women who are pushing that I believe in this, I stand 10 toes on this, I've been through this, I have this experience, I have this knowledge, I have this skill, I will be seen, I will be heard, and I will get paid. Those are the women doing the things. Aaron on Demand, Latasha James. They all tell a story of being uncomfortable doing something, right? Whether it be getting on camera and recording themselves to put it on YouTube, or they're comfortable on camera, but they had to learn how to be a video editor until they could hire one. It's all the fact that we have strengths, we have weaknesses, we have these uncomfortable moments, we have these self-limiting beliefs, we have these thoughts that we can't do it. I literally just tweeted that there's a self-limiting belief that I'm leaving in 2025 is that I cannot fulfill what I am promising. And the thing is, I've been doing it with Megs, I did it with Faith, I did it with Pauline, and I am comfortable. Somebody's at my door. Thank you. I am confident now that I have the systems and I have the processes and I'm using the tools. Hold on, baby. And I'm using the tools that are going to allow me to give my best service. And then on top of that, being being confident that the right people the right people will see you. The right people will hear you. The right people will be happy to give you their monies, their nice hard earned monies, so that you can get to the next step, so that you can be successful in whatever that looks like for you. For me, success is building up Femway so that I am able to take part of part of what I am earning to give to someone else, right? To fund someone else, to help the next woman build, pay for whatever it is that she needs. I know that being an entrepreneur, being a freelancer, all of those things, it takes time, it takes money that we may not have at the moment. And I want to clarify that with the mentorship, when you sign up for the mentorship, the quarterly version, when you sign up, you are able to invite one of your friends for a free month. So you are a girl's girl, okay, girl's girl, and we're out here. You sign up for the quarterly mentorship, which is $97. Yes, the price went up like times three. Um, Quarterly. Shout out to Megs, because Megs is shout out to Megs. Hold on. Shout out. Because Megs is the only person, the only woman that got the mentorship, the 3 month for $27. I didn't make any announcement. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't make the announcement that the price was going up. I just figured, get in where you get in. If you cannot afford the quarterly mentorship, that's totally fine. There's a monthly mentorship that is $35 a month, and the $35, the the only difference is it's month to month, and there's not as much there's not as much, how do I put it? It's just a lower commitment. We'll say it that way. It's a lower commitment on you, and you can come and go as you please. It's kind of like a co-working type thing. You're always invited to some of these. The people who are paying quarterly, they get a quarterly box, which me or Megs are working on. We're gonna do a special strategic styles edition. I'm speaking. This is what I'm gonna say. I'm speaking about these things because I had the belief that if I talk about what I'm building, there's going to be someone who will prey on my downfall, right? Or someone who will be faster, right? Faster, not necessarily better, just faster at building what I want to build, and I'll miss out on that opportunity. And I'm so tired of having that stop me and block me from what I want to build. So I'm telling everyone now that my goal is to be able to, for the quarterly FemX Pro mentorship, you will get a box, and the box will be, it won't be big, but it'll have a card in it, a thank you card, and some stationery that is Femway stationery, sticky notes, pencils, a notepad, things that will help you quarterly, right? Because each quarter, the these solo sessions, these solo sessions. Sorry, I'm excited. These solo sessions are led by you, right? So you tell me what you want to work on. The group sessions, that is a curriculum based, that's curriculum based, meaning that I have something set for the quarter that we're going to work on. And each month, we're going to have things that we work on together and things that we work on individually, separately, so that we can come together and talk about those things. And you get a quarterly box. The monthly, you don't get the quarterly box. Um, and then you miss out on the group sessions. So the monthly is just the individual weekly sessions. You still get four sessions a month for $35. Let's not, you know what I'm saying? That's a lot because there are people charging $45, $95 to talk to them one time. I'm not saying names, just saying. Um, And then on top of that, you get your own Google Doc. The Google Doc is for us to communicate, and that's in both the monthly and the quarterly. You get a Google Doc, and that's every time we are on our solo sessions, that gets updated, resources, links, anything gets put there. And then communication happens via whatever channel you want. So there's a slight difference between the monthly and the quarterly. You get more time, you get the group sessions, you get the quarterly box that we're working on, and I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited. Um, but yeah, also, what else am I working on? Oh yeah, I want to take, like I said, I want to take parts of the profit that I make and I want to put it into a fund. So every quarter I'm able to give a certain amount of money to a certain amount of women. All right, I do have to still work through that though. The goal is by the end of the quarter to have $300. So $100 per quarter, and I would like to split up that $300 between two women, so $150 per person, and you can do with it what you want. Hopefully it'll be towards your business. There is one person, Faith, that I offered to purchase her, to gift her an X subscription. Unfortunately, I'm having a hard time gifting it to her. I don't know if it's because of the location or X. But anyway, I still am working on that. Please, Faith, don't think that I forgot about you. It eats at me every day because I want to do this for you. I know that this will change the way that you are able to show up on X. So we're gonna figure it out. I offer to send her or wire her, I guess, send her the money. Wasn't able to do that either, and maybe it's just because I'm illiterate in some type of way when it comes to sending money. So I'm going to figure it out, Faith. Please believe me, I'm going to figure out how to get you this X subscription, a yearly subscription, so that you can join us and we can work together. Okay, on the premium side. Um, but yeah, these are just some of the things that I have written down. I also have a bag that has a little prayer card on it. And with everything that I have finished this last year, um, I'm going to, or accomplished, not finished, but accomplished some things that I accomplished this year. I wrote down on a piece of paper and I put into the bag. That way I can just collect over the next year the different accomplishments that I've had. And so Samira loves the camera. This girl likes the camera. I'm trying to keep her off camera. Trying to keep her off the camera. But either way, these are some of the things I'm working on. Final notes. I want to make sure that the ladies watching this, um, if you have any questions about content marketing, building an agency, business basics, any of that stuff, brand building, you can DM me. You can leave me the questions here. Please sign up for the Earning Agency newsletter. Go ahead and book your vision sessions. They are $70 for an hour. Or you can sign up for the workshop. I have put the link out there. Also, the workshop, and it is on a discount, is $26. And I say the price because y'all, I don't want y'all to walk into something that y'all, okay, I know my prices are sounding kind of heavy, but I I don't want to put a guarantee on it, but I know that this is something different than what you have experienced before. So, anyway, take the actions, click the buttons, sign up for what you need to sign up for. The workshop is on the 14th. Oops. Okay, so um back to business. The content harmony workshop is on the 14th at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The workshop is $26. It already has the discount code applied to it. All you have to do is click the link. You can go through the information if you would like to. If not, or if you have any questions, you can definitely contact me. We're going to be going over your content sales funnels and marketing. So pretty much what I talked about this whole live is how we can see our customer funnel. So like how they start at the top, how they end at the bottom, and we're going to be very specific. One goal of from brand awareness to buy this product. Brand awareness, sign sign up for services, right? We want to all the way through. We're going to do that, and then we're going to also look at the flywheel, how we can do like how we can pretty much go um the from the awareness to the advocacy phase. So we're going to go through the AIDA and hopefully, I say hopefully because I know what I'm talking about, but if there's any type of questions when it comes to the content harmony or content mastery workshop, if you have any questions during the workshop, there's a Q&A at the end. It's only 15 seats. And the reason it's 15 seats is because I want to give everybody a chance to ask their questions, allow me to answer in detail, give them resources if necessary, or even notate if I need to create a resource for them. Also, there is going to be a follow-up. I provide a follow-up call with those people who join the workshop. It's the same, everybody whoever signs up for who buys a product, who signs up for a workshop, who signs up for buys a service, signs up for a service, whatever you want to call it, they get a follow-up session. Okay, so when it comes to your vision sessions and your workshops and the kit, setting up your kit, there's going to be follow-up calls after that so that I can make sure that things are still working the way that we talked about originally, or if you have any questions and you need some more additional hands-on help. Um, I am that type of mentor where I like to make sure that there there is no reason for you to tell me that I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to do. Um, because if that's the case, and I've created the things for you, I've given you the resources, reading materials, studying materials, we've practiced together, we've created together. There should be no reason for you to tell me that I don't know what I'm doing because you're gonna know what you're doing by the end of it. Okay. I really appreciate everybody being a part of this live. Thank you so much for watching, liking, sharing, commenting. Shout out to Megs. Um, Thank you for your patience with my kids coming in and out of the closet, coming in and out of this live stream. But I'm the type of person, the type of mom that we handle the situation, we come back. I know that there are a lot of women who dread, who are so fearful that their child is going to show up in a live stream and it's going to go to crap. And sometimes it does. Sometimes the live stream just has to end. And if that's the case, you have to take it. It's okay. It's a part of life. It's a part of your life. And that's another thing. I am so grateful for the individuals who understand that I'm a mom first, and that I I will give clear communication. Hey, we have a meeting at 2. I need to push it back to 30 or 2:15. I'm doing something with my children. I'm getting them set up because no matter, and this is for the people who don't have children, please hear me, okay? Because the people who do have children understand. No matter, or sometimes they don't. Anyway, the message is sometimes, no matter how hard you plan, no matter how hard you stick to that routine, no matter how hard you out there, you know, scheduling, planning, routining, and everything, there's going to be a time that your child does not care. There's going to be a day, multiple days, multiple times in a day where your child does not care what you have planned, right? Or they're sick, or you're sick, or something is happening. And for that, I just have to say thank you so much for all the people who are very patient with me, who understand that I am working hard, both as an entrepreneur, an agency owner, and a mom, right? And a homemaker, right? Um, I am going to be writing more. Another side note, I am going to be writing more about the state of work for women, meaning like just the history and then what we've gone through recently and where we are now and where I see or where I envision and want to see women working and how we're working together and how we're building agencies because I think that it is very doable to run an agency and be a mom and do the things. Um it does take a lot of patience and grace with yourself and you will find the right people who are understanding, who are caring, who are um still willing to work with you, who are still willing to learn from you because just because you're a mom and just because you're busy and sometimes you're 5 minutes late to a meeting doesn't mean you don't know your shit. It doesn't mean you can't get the job done. I'm literally talking to myself right now. I'm about to cry. Just because sometimes things do not go your way, it does not mean that is all the time. And just because you're tired some days and don't feel like doing it, I'm so proud of you for getting up and doing it anyway. To all the women who are caregivers, who are spouses, who are looking for love, who are moms, who are any of that, and you have your full-time workers, right? 9 to 5s who are, have side hustles, whatever it is. I am so proud of you for showing up. I am so proud of you for the 10, 15, 30 minutes, hour a day that you are giving yourself to read a book, right? To read a book that allows you to learn better, be better and do better, right? Like thank you for reading these books. Thank you for signing up to the Earning Agency newsletter. Thank you for tuning in to this live stream. Thank you for applying whatever information that you have learned here. Thank you for asking the questions. Thank you for pushing the buttons. Like, I'm thanking you because you're not thanking yourself. You're not giving yourself enough grace and gratitude and faith, so I have to say it here, I'm proud of you. Thank you so much. And that's what Femway is here for, so that you can have a community of women who understand what you're going through. We may not be going through the exact same thing, but we are all going through something. We're all having a similar struggle of trying to find the harmony within ourselves, for ourselves, along with providing what the world needs, what our audience needs, what the next woman needs. And in the network, I pray that there are women who are willing to collaborate with each other and work together and introduce themselves and say hi, because you never know, that may be the person that helps you get to the next stage in your business, or that might be your accountability buddy. You know what I'm saying? That might be your bestie, your business bestie who shows up for you when you don't feel like showing up, or who you have a kind word for when they're not feeling good. So anyway, to wrap all of this up, do the things, believe in yourself. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jessica Tappy. I'm the founder of Femway, Females Earning Money Our Way, through online businesses, brands, and remote careers. I am also the founder of the Earning Agency, which is a live stream, a newsletter, a podcast, a space cast. Um, and we offer mentorships monthly and quarterly. We offer workshops and we offer content vision sessions. Everything is focused around content creation and marketing. We do have a holistic approach. So before we do anything, we always try and self reflect, be self aware, and understand where you're coming from, where you're starting from, and where you want to go. And then we start doing the hard work. Okay. Sign up or join. Request to join the X community here. Um, and sign up for the newsletter. After that, you will get I'll send you newsletters. Some of them will have resources, some of them will have products and offers, always highlighting women who are in our community. Thank you so much for all the new members who have signed up. We're almost to 200 members, and that is really wonderful for us as a community, hopefully. Um, like I said, y'all are connecting and y'all are networking, working the net. Hopefully, y'all are introducing yourselves to each other, introducing yourselves to the community. If there's any content that you would like to share in the community, you can do that. There's nothing wrong with putting yourself out there, putting your content out there. Also, I know that it is sometimes difficult to think about posting to a community when you're, um, on the go, but I will share content for you. I'm trying to do more of that so that I can help women put themselves in front of other women who might want to work with them. So anyway, I'm gonna stop talking. I'm a yapper. I'm rambling. Much love, many blessings, peace. I love y'all. Have a good one.